We ain't got no cookies or nothing. Got coffee.
Oh, he's got coffee, but no cookies. Boy.
I got a fancy ice cream maker.
We need to run to Crumble. Get you a cookie.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I got a fancy ice cream maker.
Run
you
that
would
sugar
like.
up.
Uh-oh, he's got an ice cream maker.
No sugar involved.
Really?
No sugar.
It's not the best ice cream I've ever had, but it's also not the worst.
Well, ice cream kind of like pizza.
You know, I have never turned my nose up at it.
Yeah. There aren't any bad ones. There's just some that aren't as good as others.
Yeah, that is correct.
Oh, Lordy. Well, what you boys been up to?
Si's over here banging on this
5
table, but I got this
eyes
new
of blue. How
robot
about
arm.
He's got a robot arm, boys.
We finally made it, boys. We're getting movable mics, except for me and Godwin,
right.
because we sit still and we don't bang on stuff. We don't have a lot of nervous energy over here.
I do bang on
We're just
stuff.
chilling.
Oh, I got the nervous energy.
Yeah, we had to detach y'all.
Hold on, the Canadian's holding one finger.
There's Eagle, my pigeon.
What? Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah.
good grief. What's he?
Hey,
Si's
look at it. No,
Si's
that's
poaching
hey,
again. Hunter, what's the problem?
It's a bald-headed eagle
trying to
pigeon.
get my mic to work now. But you guys tap your microphones a lot.
Do we?
Oh, they were just blaming y'all. Y'all thought y'all were not noisemakers, but you're also noisemakers.
Absolutely.
But you're not noisemakers compared to this side of the room.
Yeah.
I'm a noisemaker.
That's a pretty pigeon.
Well, we're just gonna go into it.
Ball
All
headed.
right.
I
That
was just
is
looking
a-
over some emails for
That
maybe
is a
later.
pretty pigeon.
And he's
And
looking behind him.
Yeah.
And does that say Robbie from Louisville, Kentucky? This was at the Kentucky State Fair. They had a bald eagle pigeon
Hey, there you go.
ready to roll.
There you go.
The question is that one's neck still moved back the other way?
No.
Now,
Here's the thing. One thing is missing. His head is turned the wrong way. He's got to be looking back.
is that
That is what he's doing,
No,
ain't it?
it ain't all the way back like it's supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
like it's supposed to be?
No, I don't think it's supposed
Oh,
Well, hey,
to be
Well,
to
the
be
way
eagle.
it happened, it turned at 180. You wasn't no sneak up on old eagle.
unless you come head on.
This is the bald
Right,
eagle
you're going to
episode
get him.
right
You're
here.
going to get him frontal.
You know what else I did this weekend? I joined a moth group on Facebook.
A moth group.
Yeah, I had an unidentified moth. I didn't know what it was. I couldn't figure it out.
Oh my word!
But I had to know.
Nerd.
Yeah.
Thank you for
I
saying it.
admitted.
Oh, no.
Self-admitted nerd.
Oh,
I
no.
didn't know what he was.
You're in a moth group.
I am.
What'd the moth look like?
Well, see, what was crazy is
You had to jump.
he was so fast that I thought he was some kind of little bitty tiny hummingbird at first. You couldn't get no pictures of him. I mean, I tried. But he's some kind of sphinx moth that, yeah, I don't know. I ain't never seen him before. But, I mean, he fast. My man is fast.
He can't. You've never
Did you
seen
catch
one
him?
before.
Mm-mm. No, I didn't catch him. I
So
I
are
got some
they-
pictures and video of him and
Are they
slapped him in
common?
my moth group on Facebook, and they were quick to provide an ID. So now I know way more about moths than I should.
There's a group of people who just sit around and identify each
Oh, no,
other.
no, no.
Surprisingly, there's a bunch of them.
Oh, yeah.
I joined the group that had like 40,000 members. So
Do what?
Oh,
You
no,
get a
no, no, no.
discount?
Hey, this is a cool thing because there's one.
Cool.
Hey, he's camouflaged.
oh, this one's brown. I mean, you wouldn't be able to see him if he wasn't flying around.
He lights on a certain tree. He's part of the tree. You can't find him.
Oh yeah.
I don't even
He
know
looks
what.
just like the bark. Just
That's what I wished I had the picture still. I was bow hunting last year with Miss Paula,
Bug identity.
and this worm.
That's probably
It's
all
like
bugs
a-
go to Kevin.
I don't know what it looked kind of like a walking stick. It wasn't a walking stick. It was big. It was about big as my little finger, and it was brown. Looked just like that pine tree. He just walking up to. I said, I've been in a bunch of pine trees.
yeah.
Never seen one.
Man, bugs are awesome. Really need to
the
open
moth and butterfly identification forum. Is
Oh,
that
yeah.
the one?
No,
I
hold
just
on,
like
I'll
to
look
think
it
you
up.
posted a picture and somebody goes, "Is that guy from Duck Dynasty?"
Well, it's on my personal one, so you know.
Well, personally, you're still that guy from Duck Dynasty.
Yeah, I know, but I don't
Hey,
think I don't
oh.
think they'd ever find me up in there.
Hey, moths and butterflies.
No,
are cool.
I am in the group mothing and moth watching.
Is that him? Let me see.
We are old. You're into moths.
I'm not into them, but
Yeah,
when
you
I
are.
see
Join the
things,
group.
when I see
Yeah.
things that I don't know what
Yeah.
they are, I do like to
Yeah.
know more about them.
Yeah.
Like I am a
You
nerd.
had to join the group to put the video on there, didn't you?
What?
Yeah, they made me to prove you're not a spammer. I was like, who's gonna come spam a bunch of moth people? This
Yeah.
ain't like a Bigfoot group, like
Like
where people
that.
come in there and make fun of people.
He looked
But-
like he got a rope. In front
Don't
of
make him fun in the big.
when he's getting the nectar.
Yeah.
He's got like a coil rope, and then he.
Oh yeah, his nose.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah, it
wild,
looks like
man.
a coil rope when he pulls it all back.
Put it up there.
It's in between me and
Oh, it's-
Johnny D.
it's
somewhere in the
I'm-
cloud. We're
it's-
waiting on it.
What
It's-
in the world?
I know. That's weird.
But
You
maybe
just right there.
maybe we have some entomologists in our. I doubt it.
If you got enough time to be in mothing and moth watching, you might be listening.
Hey,
to
stay off my people, man.
Yeah, hey, don't mess
And
with
back
his
up,
people.
back up off my people.
Yeah.
They better not sell a
Yeah.
T-shirt.
Yeah, don't mess with his people.
What they call
Oh, then I'll be in.
Yeah.
Look
I
at
don't-
that. That's pretty cool. That look like the eyes of an owl.
If they got a
a
moth
moth.
watching T-shirt, I'm in.
Yeah, you got to watch him.
How on earth are
There
we
he is.
supposed to see?
There he
See?
is.
Look at him.
I see him moving.
See, that's a
That's how.
hummingbird.
See,
That's
what
a
I'm.
bird, Martin.
It's
No,
not.
it ain't. That's a moth.
It's not,
It's a moth.
buddy. I can tell
Look
you.
at it.
That's a
Look at it.
bird.
That ain't a bird.
You
Bird.
would think it is, but it is not.
You're in the wrong group. You should be in
Nope.
birding and bird watching.
No,
That ain't a bird.
he ain't a bird, boys.
Ain't a bird, boy.
Did the I don't even know how to describe the other 38,000 people that are in this group. Did these individuals identify it?
Oh yeah,
Wait,
that's why I said it's some kind of sphinx moth. Here, hold on. They gave me the.
Oh,
there it is. I got it right there. Still pulled up on my internet because I had to look him up.
Hold on. You got to be kidding me.
No, it's called the mournful sphinx moth. That's what
I
he is.
just tried
What?
to join so I could go make
What's
fun.
No, you got to
mourning
fill out
about?
questions, big dog.
yeah, you ain't just.
No,
gonna
they
go
don't.
in.
They don't let just anybody in
That's
there.
right.
I was literally just going to go comment and make fun of you on it.
No,
And it said,
No.
why do you want to participate in this group? And
That's right.
if I'm going to be honest, they're going to decline me.
yeah. Look, they ain't a duck call room. They don't let anybody in there.
No bumping,
Right.
no religion or politics,
See, there you go.
no self-promotion.
This is mothing only. Hey, you say, hey, no, you can't do. No. This is mothing only.
And I hate to tell you just how long I spent in this group last night.
No, I know you.
Looking at the moths
know you
of the
did.
world. So, again, I now know way more about moths
Hey.
than I ever thought possible.
We're gonna need to pull up your screen.
Oh, and
time.
there's more. Look, there's more species of them things than you think. There
Buddy.
are.
that one was a full-on
Yeah.
bird.
Yeah.
Buddy, Indonesia got a bunch of.
Oh, no.
There was a guy that just got back from a trip to Indonesia, and he posted all of his.
That's
pictures.
all of his finds.
He went all the way to Indonesia and
yeah.
spent his time taking pictures of moths.
Oh.
Buddy, good ones too. That man knows what he's doing.
Right. Hey,
Yeah,
The world is made up of amazing people.
I love it. Man.
I love it. I
love
actually
it.
do love that because that dude's like, you know what? I got a thing. I like it. We're going to Indonesia to do it.
And he probably buys a duck stamp
Yeah.
because he believes in conservation and awareness of species. So,
I'm for it.
anyway, we've nerded out enough. Look, we got a special guest coming
Yeah,
in.
we got something way cooler coming down the tracks than moths.
See, I bet he was made fun of like this though
What?
at one point of
Yeah.
his life.
Who?
A male gymnast
No way.
in Georgia.
No.
Yeah,
He can do a flip.
it doesn't matter. He was in South Georgia.
He can do handstands.
I'm just saying. I bet there was a mild bit of harassment
Here's
from
the,
people that probably look like you and I that could never do a flip in our life.
I can do a flip on a trampoline as long as I don't have to land on my feet.
But anyway, we've got Olympic bronze medalist. That's right, Olympic medalist,
And his dad,
and his father and his two brothers
they're here.
all coming to the duck call room.
We finally pulled off hey, you should come on the show. We have no idea how to get a hold of you. And it has happened.
We're gonna get to know Brody the guy.
But we're also, because everybody always wants to see regular guy versus Olympic athlete, handstand competition, me versus him. It's going down. And if I win, I'm keeping his bronze medal.
Yeah, well, don't worry about that. Brody, safest
Yeah.
bet you ever made,
yeah.
my man.
Okay.
So we've got JD, John
Yes, sir.
David Malone. That was the
Right.
best part of your
It's a
email.
great, yeah.
And Brody, Olympic medalist Malone in the house, Si.
Yeah, look, I got two questions right quick.
All
Here
right.
we go.
All right, number one, how old are you? And then how long have you trained for this event?
I'm 24 and I've been doing gymnastics since I was 3.
And you're pretty much the best in the world.
I wouldn't go that far.
You're one of the top 10 in the world.
Sure.
That's sure. That's unbelievable. Si, are you the top 10 in the world at anything?
No.
Telling weird
Storytelling,
stories?
maybe.
Well, and maybe just telling stories, since I wrote 2 books. But, what's it like being in that spot in competition?
What do you mean? Just
We'll never know the pressure
Well,
you
see,
felt
oh yeah.
in Paris when you were upside down spinning in the air. We can't even jump over a piece of paper. Is that a lot of pressure?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a lot of pressure, but I mean, you've got to be able to put yourself like in the mindset of, I don't know. I try to treat it just like any other day in the gym. I mean, of course, it's the Olympics and it's the biggest competition you'll probably ever compete in, but
Well, your biceps look like you've been to the gym some, so you got that going for you. But your dad, so one of my favorite part of the Olympics, I'm a big Olympic watcher. People know that around here. But one of the best parts is the parent cam while you're upside down and all the parents are always freaking out. And then there's this guy with the gospel symbols on his hat and he's just stoic. You didn't even he'd stick the landing and you'd be like, yeah. And so I'm like, we're going to talk about this guy because of his hat on the podcast, but I love it. And now you're here.
Yeah.
Did that hat bring any attention?
Oh, man, I tell you what, it was the purpose of me wearing it to begin with. But I can't remember if it was trials. I had a bunch of comments on social media. Neither one of them's got it on, but a friend of ours owns a company called Salt Lick Cattle Company. And so I got a bunch of just random people wanting to know what Salt Lick Cattle Company was. So I thought, well, if they're going to put me on TV and ask questions about a hat, I'm going to give them a message to ask questions about.
Yeah.
So I looked and, we've been Duck Dynasty fans forever. The kids grew up watching it. Cooper dressed up as Willie for Halloween.
Cooper, you don't have a microphone, but that's disappointing that's
But
Willie is the one you chose, but that's okay.
But so, Pastor Bill, I followed the story, with the Robertsons and just their testimony, the way you guys grew up and the way you all have chose to follow God and just that simple message that he wrote out on that napkin that time. It's just so simple because it tells the gospel story.
Yeah.
And it's on a hat. So what better way, I tried to find it. It was actually pretty hard to find anything at first, just searching on the internet. And then I found Brian's actually was listening to the Unashamed and Al had mentioned 611 Armory. And so I looked it up and emailed Brian and he had, I think like 1 or 2 left. And I said, look, I'm getting ready to leave. I need the hat. So
get me the hat.
Yeah. So I placed an order online and I don't know if he expedited it or what, but I got it within a couple of days before we left. So
That's
it's
really cool.
it's amazing how God works, just by just a hat.
Yeah, because we were sitting there watching it, me and my dad were, and then I had to come here and film, and I took a picture. I didn't even notice my dad noticed, and then he's posting y'all hugging that night about being a proud dad in the hat, and it's just really cool. It's a real full circle moment. And then you reach out to us at Hello at Duck Call Room, and we were in the middle of the episode. Don't tell anybody I do work sometimes. I'll sit there, and I'm like, it's them.
I watch you.
And
I
so
see
then
what you're doing.
I texted you, and you were like, oh, I was just at Duck Commander buying a book a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So, we've been needing to meet for a while is what we figured out. We just didn't know it.
I agree. Exactly.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So, and Brody, you're not shy about your faith either. I've been following you on Instagram now.
Yes, sir.
And you're like, you know what? We throw a bunch of Bible verses out. So that's a big part of who y'all are.
Yes, sir.
And
Absolutely.
you even got Mike Tirico talking about it for a minute there.
So I've not watched anything. I don't know. I've not went back and watched any of the Olympics or anything like that. I got to see it live, so there's not a real reason for me to go. And, people, I just saw you on TV and stuff like that. So I don't really know who all was talking about it except the people that kind of reached out, talking about. So NBC came and they spent 2 or 3 days with us.
2 days.
Doing a deal and just fell in love with them. And there's a little, I guess the producer, her name was Annie. She did a really good job of telling our story.
It was beautiful.
I think they kind of limited because they shot for. Well, I mean, they shot a lot of film of us and our family, but so got to see a little bit of our faith and a little bit of our story. We've had some trials, and it's just, I was talking to Al and Jace this morning doing it. And I don't know how people get through the trials in life without God in their life and actually come out good on the other side. So it's cool. Whoever, talks about it, or, I definitely want them to see God's story in our life, because that's the only reason we've had the relationship we've got with each other, the family relationship, the relationship we have. It's all based on our relationship with God.
It's that time of year, Si.
Yep.
Heel season right around the corner. What's the one thing that everybody hunting ducks has to have?
They got to have a duck stamp.
Not only a duck stamp, a federal
Duck
stamp.
That's
Look,
right.
I got all mine from the past, just piled up on the back of my license.
Layered onto it.
I like layering them.
He's layered them, boy.
Look, you got to have federal duck stamp if you're going duck hunting.
It's the law.
Unless you want to pay a huge fine.
The cool thing is they're not just for hunters. Look, collectors, conservationists, folks who love the outdoors buy them because they know how much good that these stamps do. Thanks to the Pittman-Robertson Act, we are fully funded as duck hunters in the world of conservation. So when you buy this, 98% goes straight back into conservation. So that's your maintenance of your public lands. That's buying new ground to save for future generations. All the things. Since 1934, the stamp program has been working to preserve wildlife habitats. In the first year, the program raised enough money to secure thousands of acres of vital waterfowl habitat. And since then, the duck stamp program's only grown. Coolest part, almost every penny from these stamps goes straight into buying or leasing wetlands and other habitats for waterfowl in the National Wildlife Refuge System. So when you buy a duck stamp, you can be sure your money's helping conserve a place for ducks and geese and all sorts of other birds, like not just ducks and geese. You got like roseate spoonbills, black-necked stilts, American avocets, you name it. Solitary sandpipers. For all you people out there that are like, oh, ducks, whatever, I hate them, they crap all over everything, but I love looking at these other birds. Well, they all use wetlands. So that's why you buy these things, to help save it for everybody. Over the years, sales of the duck stamp has helped change the perception of hunting from just a recreational activity to something truly beneficial to the environment. And that's why the duck stamp is so important. So whether you're a hunter, bird watcher, or just someone who cares about the great outdoors, buying a duck stamp is a powerful way to conserve and preserve wetland resources for future generations. Something cool that I have done since the boys are here, their first year, I bought them a duck stamp. It's my way of spending an extra $50 a year on the animals that we love so much and provide so much meaning, value, and food to us. So you don't just have to be a hunter to purchase a duck stamp. You're helping all wildlife when you do it. Help conserve our precious wildlife habitats today. Visit duckstamp.com to learn more and purchase your own duck stamp. Remember, every stamp makes a difference. So visit duckstamp.com today.
How we got connected was through the TV show of
Sure.
Filth.
Yeah.
And when it's cool to just see other Christians say, this is who we are. And that's kind of how Duck Dynasty happened and blew up, because Phil, Si, Willie, Jace, they just said, this is who we are. You can put us on TV, but you're going to see this part shining through. And you do that, and it's incredible. It's also incredible that you can do a handstand. So
Hey, we need to. Whoa, wait. There was a handstand challenge, I believe, in that podcast. So
there was, yeah.
Yes, there was.
me versus you here in a little bit, big guy.
We need to get that on film, though.
So here's the deal. If I win, I'm keeping your medal. I don't know if you got it on you. You can mail. He's got it in his pocket.
Well, of course
That
he's
is
got it in his pocket, dummy.
That's a flex.
I'll put the medal on the line.
He will put the medal. So if I come back from that was,
JD, you have no chance.
did you hear how heavy that was?
Oh, it's
I
heavy.
heard,
It
yeah.
is heavy. Yeah.
But that everybody always wants to see a regular fat guy against an Olympian gymnast, technically you're like the world champion at the high bar at one
In
point.
2022, yes, sir.
So you were the greatest in the world at I can do a chin up. I can do one.
That's good.
How many
though.
chin ups can you do?
I don't know. I've never tried to do as many as I could.
It would take like an hour, wouldn't it?
I can do more than one.
I'm bigger than you, man. You can tell you, this dude's ripped. Martin, did you? Martin doesn't have a microphone. Did you see his biceps? He's working out. Have you ever thought about riding a bull?
I have when I was younger.
I've said
Yeah.
on this podcast that you might be the world's greatest bull rider if you want to switch professions. I mean, you're kind of at the top of this one right now, so it might not be the time for it, but
Later on.
this is going to suck.
This
All right,
is going
let's
to
try it.
be good. Hold on.
May I look? Brody, let me look at that, please. Good grief!
The ceiling, man.
Hey,
That is so cool.
Hey,
you want to be on this carpet, I think.
I'm gonna.
Hey,
oh yeah,
it'll only be a problem if you get up there, which I mean,
I'm gonna take my shoes off.
All that's really got to happen is Brody just has
No,
to
well,
do
you.
one.
I mean,
Like, all
Not
Brody
can
does
you really
is this
just
competition.
pop off a handstand like that?
Yeah, he just
Of course he
does.
can. This is stupid.
hey, you might want to your wrist. Get them a little loose.
Oh wait, I ain't doing this cold.
stretches in.
Pro tips.
All right, if I break something, I'm sorry to you.
Do you want me to stand right there so you don't hit the light?
Dueling
Ready?
handstand.
Set, go.
Uh-oh.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, wow, what a life. Oh, he's doing push-ups.
Do a push-up. Do it. Prove it. Oh my word.
JD, what did I tell you?
Oh, he's.
Look, oh, he went back. Oh, he's walking.
All right, I gotta at least get up there.
No, dude, this ain't a bear crawl competition.
All right. I'm not gonna get a bronze medal.
No, you're not.
Watch that light.
Look at this guy.
Okay, that was pretty good.
Oh,
Felt like,
look at this guy.
hey, Olympic athletes train very hard.
Nice try there, loser.
Yeah, give him his medal.
I'll take my medal back.
He said, I'll take my medal back. All right, we've proven regular guys. I'm super sweaty. That's actually the most embarrassing part. I knew I was going to lose. I didn't know I was going to sweat like that.
Back to what you said, I'm like you. Those that don't have a relationship with Jesus Christ, I don't see how they get through with what they have to deal with.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, life's not going to be easy. I mean, he even tells us in the Bible that, you follow me, there will be trials, but I don't know how anybody comes out successfully on the other side. I mean, I've got friends. I've seen, people go through some terrible things.
Cancer's one.
Yeah, cancer.
Yep.
I mean, lost Brody and the kids. I've got 4, Brody, Cooper, and Tyler, and then my daughter's Briley. We lost their mom to breast cancer.
Okay.
So that's the way, leaning on him and just kind of a zigzag trail of faith right through there. You learn where your strength's at, and it's not in your flesh. It's,
One of my best art pieces of art is the footprints in the sand.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and the guy saying, "Lord, where was you at my worst moment?"
Yeah.
He said, "Hey, dummy, them are not your footprints.
Yeah.
Them are mine. I got you in my arm.
It's funny
I'm carrying
you say that, Si, because actually that's one of the best analogies, and I've used it before in a couple podcasts I've done. That is exactly what I thought about. The whole time, I think Trace was sick about 4.5 years, and that whole time, man, he was carrying us. I mean, there's no other explanation how we got through it the way we did, because we, I believe, I can't even remember where I heard it, but once I thought about it, you don't know who you are until you're tested, right?
No.
So that whole time being tested, without that faith and without God carrying us through that, there was no way.
I tell people all the time when I'm out speaking to them, I said, "Hey, y'all need to clear your mind and really open your eyes and engage your brain when you look at this old crazy man known as Uncle Si."
Yeah.
Because I'm living proof that the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit are alive and well and doing the most remarkable things with the most unlikely people.
Yeah.
Yours truly.
Yeah.
You know, so I really don't. That hit me a while ago when you said that. You know, I don't. With everything that the human being can, with all the evil he can run into.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm like you. I don't see how he comes out right on the other side if he ain't got God on his side.
Yeah, because I mean there's a difference between joy and happiness, right?
Oh yeah.
And I think people, when they go through stuff, they're just searching for the happiness. The joy for us, the joy for me is knowing exactly where my wife is, right? So I mean that's a peace.
Well,
and for me, peace is joy.
Because that's what I told people. Me and my mother was like this. And if you had asked me when I was younger, what's going to happen when she dies, I wouldn't have been able to answer.
Yeah.
Well, now I can't. Because I look at it this way. The only thing about death with me is change the address.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay? I don't fear it. Okay? And that's like here's what I know about my mother. I know who she's with. I know she's surrounded by love, peace, joy, all the good things.
Yep.
Okay, and that I will see her again one day. I know that you've got some questions.
No, you're good.
Yeah,
Mine,
this is their day.
well, mine tie into that because, like, I'm always genuinely curious. Olympic athletes, you guys are at the top of your respective fields.
You're like the Navy SEALs.
Okay,
you're the best there is.
Is faith forward amongst that group of athletes?
I know that in the Olympic Village there was a chapel that a lot of athletes were going to, and they had worship services and stuff. So that was really cool that they had that at that stage.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as on the team, not really. I mean, there was a couple of us on the team.
I was always curious about that, and of course, I looked everything up about you after all the thing, and saw that you went to Stanford. So I'm sure that was another struggle of faith. Like, I mean, because Palo Alto is not known for. Yeah. It's known for a lot of things, but faith ain't necessarily one of them.
Yes, sir.
So,
yeah, that was quite the culture shock going over there.
Yeah,
for sure.
Now there was some Christian people over there.
I mean,
you had the FCA.
Yeah, the FCA group at Stanford was really, really awesome. And then a lot of the guys on our
the
team there. I was really, really blessed with the team that we had there.
Oh, that's awesome.
I was there for 5 years, I guess. Wow. All 5 years.
Well, you did it quicker than Johnny D, which shouldn't come as a shock because you saw what you did to the handstand too. So he did Stanford quicker than you did ULM. How's that make you feel? And he's an Olympic.
Wait, so I don't have a microphone.
So, no.
I gotta go ice my arm.
No, that's. I mean, when I see those kind of things, I'm always curious about that because, like, how does a guy from South Georgia end up in Stanford?
Yeah.
Which I mean, why would you end up there if you weren't, an elite athlete or elite something in whatever field it is? But it also tells me you ain't no dummy either because I mean, Stanford pretty hard to get into, right? Like,
yeah, it was. I mean,
yeah,
it was hard.
Yeah,
yeah. It's not like, I don't know. When you're an elite athlete in some of the schools, the coaches can kind of earmark you, and say, look, push this one through.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't look like that at all. I mean, his coach, I'm coaching a baseball game, and his coach or would-be coach is texting me, and I'm, coaching third base over there, looking down at a text message, telling him I'll text him back in a minute, in the middle of a baseball game.
Yeah.
And so as soon as I got done, I just called him, and he's like, hey, you don't have any Pacific Islander in your family, do you?
Oh,
I was
using
like,
everything.
Oh, yeah. I was like, no, Tom, no, we're pretty much just straight white Irish people, I guess. But he still had to, Stanford, they don't cut any corners on admission stuff.
No, they ain't the SEC.
No, not knocking SEC.
So I mean, you see all these steps of faith in your life without the hat, without it having to be shown like that. Like, and that's a cool thing because that's actually living it out. And then obviously the whole world knows about tearing up your leg and then being able to come back from that. I mean, that you can't do that without faith. I mean, anybody
Absolutely
else, like,
not.
you're selling insurance or whatever because you get down. I'm saying you get down on yourself, and next thing you know, you just forget all that and move on. So I mean, it's a pretty cool story you got going. I mean,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
glad that somebody like you has the platform. I guess in the grand scheme of things is what I'm saying.
Have you ever had ants?
Ants, I've had them in my pants.
I've never had ants in my pants, but I had them all over the
Right.
kitchen counter and kitchen sink, and we couldn't figure out where it was coming
What's
from.
that?
So I sprayed Pesty down all over everything outside and a little bit on the inside because it's safe for that.
Yeah,
Ants be gone.
It worked at the camp.
did it?
Yes, sir.
Godwin's camp's bug free. My kitchen's ant free. We're living our best lives thanks to
And
Pesty.
you did it yourself. You didn't have to
Yeah.
hire somebody to do it.
It was super easy. And
Ain't
it comes
that
with a
crazy?
super cool magic wand.
I like, yeah. You charge it up, it sprays that mess out. Yeah.
Put your little
That's
gloves
good.
on. I felt very professional. I didn't look it, but I felt it.
But if you want to know more, Pesty is the do-it-yourself pest control company on a mission to provide pro-grade pest control products at an affordable price so you can say hello to savings and bye to bugs at a fraction of the cost of most pest control companies. With Pesty, there's no more waiting all day for the bug guy to show up when you spray it yourself in just a few
I have
minutes.
the wand right here.
You brought it with you.
Yeah.
Look at there.
Out. You put the jug on this end and just go around spraying all the spots.
If I sat by side, I'd probably bring it with me too. Look, while other pest control companies charge hundreds of dollars and make a one-size-fits-all plan, Pesty makes a customized treatment plan for you based on your location's bugs and climate. Plus, the specific chemicals are rotated so that bugs don't build up tolerances, which makes it more effective over time. For anyone who thinks you need to be an expert to take care of pest control around your house, think again. Pesty is super easy, takes just 10 minutes to apply, and comes with everything you need, including a cool reusable electronic sprayer. Applying Pesty is even easier than mowing your lawn. The cool thing is it's kid and pet friendly, so like we all have children. Well, we definitely all have pets, that's for sure. Godwin got the thunder and herd. And they offer 100% bug-free guarantee or your money back. Seriously, they'll refund you if you're not happy with it.
I have proof that it works.
It worked at the deer camp.
If it worked at the deer camp, it'll work.
It's
anywhere.
hot and dry, especially down here in the South right now. So bugs are coming inside looking for water, looking for air conditioning, all the things. So if you do need some help, Pesty can help you out. Now is the time to protect your home from bugs for less with Pesty. Head to pesty.com/
Duck.
and use code
Duck.
for an extra 10% off your order. Once again, that's pesty.com/
Duck.
for 10% off, and make sure you use our promo code
Duck.
so that they know we sent you. PESTIE.com.
I think there's more Christian athletes over there. Of course, you know, on social media, what you follow is pretty much the algorithm that you're going to get. But that Christ Elite, they had a bunch of Christian athletes that they, you know, was showcasing on their. It's there.
Yeah.
You know, God's there. And what's her name? Gabby, the track
Just,
star. She's so
the
well
hurdles
spoken.
girl. I forget her name.
Yeah, she's unreal.
Yeah,
I
she's
mean, and
awesome.
when I tell you, when she speaks about God, it is, man, it's so passionate and direct. I can't think of her name. I feel kind of dumb right
Sydney.
now.
Yeah,
Sydney.
yeah, she's
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, that's cool, man. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just cool to see because, I mean, again, most of us don't make news because we keep our mouth shut, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, we just kind of keep our mouth shut, do our thing, kind of squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Sure.
So some kind of moniker there. But, you know, it also said you grew up hunting and fishing. So
Yes, sir.
what's your favorite thing to do outdoors?
So I was a big time turkey hunter
Okay.
till I found ducks.
We can thank his brother over there for that.
Hey, look at here.
Yeah.
Well, turkey hunting is kind of a little slow.
Yeah.
a little slow. Well, it's
Yeah.
faster
Not for
than deer
them.
hunting.
Yeah, you
But
can
I
get up
mean,
and move and
we,
walk.
yeah, we grew up deer hunting. Got real big into turkey hunting, especially over COVID.
Yeah.
When Stanford sent us all home, and it was right before we started turkey season, and I think we hunted just about every day.
Oh,
There you go.
getting me up
Every
at
day.
3:30 in the morning,
There you
looking
go.
at weather
I
patterns.
was-
Dad, where
But
do
you,
you think
but
the
you a
race-
duck guy.
I'm a duck guy now.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm
Alright.
everything guy now, but
I love it.
I
Heck yeah.
love duck hunting. So we're still trying to learn everything. And
Well, Godwin can give you a lead on what waders are the best. I mean, y'all about the same height.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, maybe a little width difference. But Godwin's getting smaller, so that's a good thing. He's the incredible shrinking man. But I just, Georgia's a weird place to fall in love with ducks because y'all ain't got a whole lot of them.
yeah,
out
well,
there.
so I actually first time I ever went duck hunting was out in California.
Now they
so-
got them.
Yeah, they got them.
Yeah, they got 'em.
Yeah, that
So
flyway's crazy.
my my athletic trainer, her boyfriend, was big into duck hunting, and so I think it was my junior, it's either my junior or senior year. He took me after our NCAA championships, and we shot 2 ducks, 2 gadwalls pair, and I was hooked.
And he was in. Okay.
I was
so look,
hooked.
I
And
may
then
become a Stanford fan after all.
Yeah.
I mean, go Cardinal, baby. Like, unbelievable. Fear the Cardinal.
Oh yeah, he used to hunt the bay, and he FaceTime. Brody likes to FaceTime, which as a dad you like that, but so he's like, see that over there? That's Facebook.
Yeah, so I found me a spot during my 5th year, I lived off campus, and I finally had a vehicle out there. For 4 years, Stanford, most people don't have cars, but I finally had a vehicle out there because I lived off campus. And right beside of Facebook's headquarters is, I don't know if it's a WMA, I don't know what it is.
Okay, so this is tight.
Yeah,
So-
wildlife management area,
Okay,
probably.
so
Yeah.
my man's hunting by Facebook.
And
Yeah.
it was
yeah.
literally, it's literally you drive past Facebook and it's right there. You pull in and it's just like a levee and little salt ponds out there. I drove out there one morning and I shot 2 geese and some little old diver duck.
You want to go back?
Not there.
No, I'm just interested in saying I hunted by Facebook. Like I'm
No,
thinking,
it's cool because
I'm thinking of the YouTube video.
Yeah, I'm
like
like
zooming in on the Facebook sign and like stand there and hold dead ducks in front of
we'll
it.
we'll
Like,
go back. But I
Yeah.
FaceTimed him. I had 2 big old geese and I was like, "Hey, Dad, there's Facebook right there."
Yeah. Okay.
It's pretty neat.
I mean, I don't have a duck hunting story that cool. I'm sorry. I've never hunted by Facebook. Like
It's pretty cool.
I've killed a bunch of them, but I've never that. Okay. Yeah. That's interesting. Okay. I like that. Yeah. Huh. Well, I mean, it is cool, man. And your brothers are here and I know, y'all, I'm just looking around. Y'all pretty athletic family now. That's
We've been blessed.
Yeah,
for
y'all
sure.
one of them. We got a rodeo star. We got a wrestler. So
Yeah.
you got personal security.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then if things he might. Well, I know
I'm kinda
that, but
small.
like, I mean, you can't handstand your way through everything, man. Like,
They're a lot bigger than me, so I'll keep them around.
I will say, no offense to you, they look meaner. Is that true?
I mean,
Yeah, that's
Where- are you
probably
the
the
oldest?
maybe.
Are you the oldest?
I am the oldest.
Okay, so
I'm the
you're
oldest and the shortest.
And you started gymnastics at 3, you said?
Yes, sir.
That's cool. I was just wondering because I got boys that are about to be 2, and I've told my wife like the first thing that I want them to do is gymnastics, like to develop like body awareness.
Oh,
like,
It's the
just-
best thing for kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, I don't want them out there doing other stuff like playing t-ball and all that. Like I want them doing like that kind of stuff. So that
Them kids gonna be 6'6".
that's what I'm talking about. But all them
Pommel horse at 6'6".
all them NFL linemen, man, come from some kind of like past like that. So that's what I'm interested in. But really, just so they quit running into things. I mean, for crying out loud, Jackson got a constant bruise on his forehead from where he just don't look. I mean, he just he just tears out. They're not going to be gymnasts. Like,
all of them actually took gymnastics.
okay,
Brody probably would have been like his growth plates. He would have been around 6 foot.
I like to think
but
that.
when I
Positivity,
give
baby.
you do now. But I took him to orthopedic specialists, 2 of them, and the last one kind of chapped my butt a little bit. But he looked at me like, "How many 6'2" gymnasts have you ever seen?" And I'm like, "Look, I just want to know is he going to grow?" He's like, "No, his body is so tight, he will never grow."
okay,
So
Here we are.
yeah.
yeah, laughing at him. Go walk in there and show him that.
Yeah.
Say, look, I ain't got to.
That's right. That's right.
When was the first time you said, I want to do gymnastics? As that you just loved it?
I started when I was 3 and then just kind of just stuck with it. I played baseball was my other big sport growing up, and I played till I was about 12.
Well, after we finished the Disney World Series, I made him decide what he was going to do. I wasn't going to coach anymore. The parents are just ridiculously crazy. I mean, we had to have a police escort off the field. It was that bad. That's what I was telling them today. If they put up high fence and razor wire and made the parents watch from a parking lot, it would be a much better game. now. I mean, it's just
That's what I try to tell people when I'm speaking is kids play, coaches coach, and parents cheer.
Parents should stay out
In
of
that
Oh,
order.
yeah.
I said, and don't force my head because I raced motocross too when I was young.
Yeah.
And had a friend that his dad just pushed him. And this boy had talent. He was good. And his dad just pushed it on him so hard that he just lost the love of it.
Yeah.
Because when I tell him, I said, look, don't push them. I said, the reason they're good is because they love it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to run that love out of them. I said, they might not be the superstar you wouldn't.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
That's right.
That's what the problem is. Father or mother, either one of them wants to live through their
Yeah.
son's talent or
Yeah.
daughter.
Yeah, you got to push them a little bit. You know, I guess all of mine, it gets to a point to where you don't, like I'm real big on the reward when it's good, you know, but when they don't do good, you got to be real with them. So, I mean, they know, you know, like, so what I do, you know, you tell them, you don't tell them everything's not great. You know, they're going to make mistakes, but the biggest thing is they're not trying to make mistakes. The only way they're going to know if mom and dad, if everybody gets a trophy, you know, and you telling them they're doing great, well, you're giving them a false sense of hope right there. So all my kids, you don't even have to tell them anymore. They know when they suck and when they do great. So, I mean,
right.
it's just
That's right.
the way
I've
it
been told
is.
plenty.
well, there's a point, and you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm not bragging, but there's a point where you're doing what you love, and it's just for you. You know it. And you come to a point where you say, and you realize that I'm better than most people at this. And that's when it goes to another level. Do you remember when that point was?
I mean, it was probably when I got into college, my freshman year. I mean, I had been, I was on the junior national team throughout high school. There was like 2 years I was on it. There was like a year in between I was off on it. But, I mean, I was very motivated, and I made sure that I was working hard. But when I got to college, it was like a whole different ballgame. It was a lot more structured training. The coaches were very serious about the team's success and also the individual goals that we had shared with them. So, I mean, we always had individual meetings at the beginning of the year with all of the coaches. And I told them, I was like, listen, I want to go the USA, like Team USA route. I want to try to make the Olympics. And he's like very blunt. It's like, okay, this is what you have to do. Laid it out for me. And here's what you have to do it, and I do it. So it was a lot of, I mean, I would say I was talented, but it was a lot of learning how to actually work hard and work smart to be successful. And just actually buying into that was a big part of it. Because, I mean, a lot of guys who, I mean, anyone can say they want to go to the Olympics, but no one really understands what it actually takes to get there, the amount of hours and the work that you've got to put in, the details, all of the stuff outside of the gym that you've got to put into it. So I really bought into it, and it ended up working out for me. And here we are.
Yeah.
Here's my question for you: is it you really don't have competition between the other people?
Uh-huh.
It's more your competition is with you,
Absolutely.
within you.
Absolutely. It's different than other sports in that gymnastics is very individual. I would say it's like 90% mental, 10% physical. I mean, you've got to, I mean, you're there, you're competing against yourself. You don't have anyone that's going to come up and tackle you on the pommel horse.
I'm right when I said you're in the same league as our Navy SEALs.
I don't want to put no disrespect on them, but
you are, because you've got to go in your mind.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that has nothing to do with all the other teammates.
Yes, sir. You gotta be mentally
That's
strong.
the way our SEALs are.
Yes, sir.
There's no give in them.
Yes, sir.
They know what they want to do. Okay, and they're not going to go left or right.
Yes, sir.
They're going to go where they've got in their head, I've got to get here.
Yes, sir. It's a lot of that.
Yeah.
Just being mentally strong, because I mean, a lot of things that I'll tell people, or what I've been telling people, is like what I was saying. People don't really understand what it takes. I mean, just the physical stuff in the gym is hard, but it's everything else that goes on around it. I mean, just to
Your
give you an
discipline
example,
level is out of sight.
you have to be, or you're not going to be at the top level.
Your discipline level is out off the chart.
So yeah, so I mean,
Confidence in yourself.
yeah, you've got to be willing to put in the extra work, and then especially with this last year with my knee injury and stuff, that really, I mean, I had to really buckle down and be like, this is what I'm going to do. There was so much extra work that went in outside of gymnastics to help me get back to be able to compete. So it's kind of crazy. I mean, I get to the gym, between 45 minutes and an hour before practice starts every day, just so that I can, get my body ready to start warming up. And then it's, 4 to 6 hours of practice. And then, 3 days a week I have PT, and I had to drive and go to an hour and a half of physical therapy. And then a lot of it, the big thing for me, because I love food, the diet is the hardest part for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love food, but so keeping on a strict diet has been the hardest part for me. But I finally figured it out. I would say this past year has been the best year as far as my diet goes. Just being consistent. It's a lot of eating the same things, and it's very not complicated food. I mean, my typical dinner is a salad with a bunch of different vegetables in it, and then white rice and baked chicken. That I'll have that probably 4 nights a week, and then the other nights will be I'll throw in some kind of beef and then fish, and that it's pretty bland. I eat a sandwich for lunch every day. I eat the same breakfast every day. That was the hardest part for me. And then you've got that's my meals for the day, and then you can't really have that many snacks. I'll snack during practice, but that was the hardest thing for me to do, just because I love food so much.
So after you put the bronze medal on that night, did you have a reward?
Oh yeah. I have been since I've been home. I've been eating anything and everything I want.
Oh, Jay Stone fed us some.
Oh yeah, we ate some good tenderloin last night. Oh my god. Yeah, I've been relaxed a little bit on the diet.
Yeah,
it's been
I have
awesome.
reward days just about every day.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I told him when I finally retired, and I don't know when that's gonna be, but I said I'm moving home and I'm gonna live right on your couch.
Yeah, you fix it really. Yeah,
I'm just gonna do nothing but eat.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna be a
gentlemen.
bum.
It's been a pleasure.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for having
No,
us.
it really has. It's been an honor having y'all here. Okay, and hey, I wish you the best in whatever you choose to do next.
Thank you very much.
So it's you're to be looked up to.
Well, thank you.
Okay, yeah, you set a good role model.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Yep,
Thank y'all. Thank you for having us so much.
it's been a pleasure. It really has.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
Been real fun.
I figured out what happened in the handstand competition, by the way, while I was reflecting.
Did you watch some video?
None of y'all were cheering for me.
Oh, I was rooting for you, but I knew.
Yeah, you look at the Olympics.
Oh, hey, I knew
he got
what
his boy Asher and Freddie Flips all over there screaming and yelling. All my friends silent, just laughing at me. Okay, so to wrap it up, though, we got a few questions left. What's next? What is next? You say retirement, you're going to just start eating like me.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds pretty good.
I can attest.
But I don't know yet. I'm playing around with the idea of coming back. It probably won't be for LA, but there's an individual world championships next year.
Yeah.
So that's an option. But my big thing right now is I'm getting married in May. So that's
Yeah.
number one on the priority list.
Martin's giving you a hand clap from the.
Yep.
Are you terrified?
No,
Oh, you
I'm
should be.
excited. Oh, I should be.
I'm just kidding. No, you
maybe,
shouldn't be.
Maybe I am.
It
I
is
don't
a
know.
big change coming forward.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Can
'Cause
she do a lot of flips?
You go from 1 to 2.
Yeah.
Okay, and you got to get along, figure out each other.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So
but it's a wonderful thing.
yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. But yeah, she was a gymnast up until I think her sophomore year of high school.
So we're creating a super baby.
We'll see.
Athletic.
We'll see.
Yeah, she is athletic.
No, we're gonna keep that right around 5'5".
Yeah, it skips a generation.
Pommel horse, rings. The rings freak me out. I don't even know. Okay, so that's what's coming down. Marriage is all you got on your mind.
For right now.
That's a good thing to have on the mind.
Yeah. Yeah. So
That's really cool. We already got your diet. I was going to ask about your diet because I was like, I might be better at one thing than him, and it would be eating. But you probably
I
eat
don't
like
know,
a
son.
horse, don't you?
well,
'Cause
when
you
I'm
work
not
out for
training.
8 hours a day.
Oh yeah.
What are you
You
bad at?
What am I bad at?
Yeah, anything?
Eating healthy.
Okay, but yet that's not true. You did it.
I did it. Well, yeah, because I had to. I didn't have a choice.
So
I
you
bet his brothers could tell you what he's bad at.
manual labor.
Hey.
Oh, brother from the cheap seats.
Hey.
Manual labor.
Hey, that's Ken. Yeah, that's Ken. Hey, I'm the same way.
yeah, you fit in.
I'm like old Maynard G. Krebs. Work. No.
Manual labor is not for me either. That's it. That's all we got. Basketball? Can you dunk?
No, I can almost touch rim. Well, I could before I broke my leg in half. I was about that close to touching rim.
The 5'6" man just said he almost touched the rim before he broke his leg in half. Martin, you're 6'4", I'm 6'2". I've never touched the net. I'll say this: what was cool, and I'm going to give you a chance to say something about this. We hear about the women's gymnastics all the time, and the men. We were in a bit of a rut, hadn't won a medal in a while. Are you proud that you and your boys put men's gymnastics back at the forefront?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Especially, after Tokyo, that was my first Olympics. Not coming home with any medals, that never leaves a good taste in your mouth. But so I think we did a really good job as a national team of, as soon as Tokyo was over, we put a plan in place to, like, how do we get on the podium in Paris? And that kind of involved a bonus system structure to encourage guys to do more difficult skills. Because the reason we weren't really contending for a medal is because those top three, China, Russia, Japan, they were just so far ahead in difficulty.
It all looked difficult to me.
Yeah, to the regular,
untrained eye.
to the untrained eye, it all looks about the same. But they were just so much farther ahead than us.
So y'all up the ante.
Yeah, so we implemented that structure, and then over the 3 years, everyone on the national team got on board with it, and we all pushed our difficulty a lot, and it ended up working out.
Yeah,
we come
paid
home
off.
with a medal. Yeah.
That's awesome. So any advice to parents out there who's got sons looking for the sport that they want to play? It's easy. Gymnastics, right?
Gymnastics.
It blows
Put 'em
my
in.
mind though, because it's one of the few. Like, I get what runners are doing. I get that I can't run with them, but like watching you do what you do, it doesn't even compute. Like, I can do a flip kind of off of a diving board. I ain't even doing it on a trampoline. So
I'm gonna have to see that.
No, we're not doing that today. Nope. Yeah. Martin, stop it. But it is incredible. Like the gymnastics one's always the one that just blows my mind, because I'm like, that's got to take so much time and effort. Like, running, people just go out there and run, and I know that's not all it, but you're upside down and you got to flip 3 more times than land on your feet.
Yeah,
that's mind-boggling.
it is. It is pretty crazy. I will say it's the best sport to put little kids in, because it teaches so much coordination.
Yeah.
So I definitely put your kids in it.
Balance, all of that.
Balance,
all that stuff.
strength,
So I
coordination.
think that when
yeah.
you've done the hand walk.
You didn't see it when I did the hand walk?
No. It
You was
wasn't
on the
there.
ground.
It wasn't there, JD.
I know. Look. Everybody wants to see a regular guy compete against
Hey,
Olympic
look.
athletes. I gave it to him.
That's
Kinda.
why, hey,
Not
that's
really.
why God says, okay, I give this to this person, this to that person, this to that person. We all got different.
Yeah, but winning
If-
medals is way cooler than cooking pizza.
Well, hey, I'm just saying, hey,
I'm pretty good at it.
you got to do what you do best, JD.
Sell worms
Hey.
and cook pizza, baby. So we end everyone with a Bible verse. Anybody got a favorite one?
Yeah. Mine is James 1:2-4.
James 1:2-4. You gonna
Yes,
quote
sir.
it, or do you need me to look it up?
Pull it up.
Pull
so
it
I
up.
don't,
Pull
so
it
I
up,
don't.
please.
I could do it, but I don't want to butcher it.
Consider it pure joy. This one makes a little sense
Yeah.
for you, my friend.
Yep.
Pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, which you have been through, because you know that the testing of your faith produces
Perseverance.
perseverance, which you clearly have, and let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking in anything. I think if we learn anything from our time here this weekend, and you got it going on, man. It's been awesome.
You got to put the time in, boy.
And you got a shiny object necklace over there that proves that you put the time in, but it is amazing. Thank you so much for coming. It's been incredible. And you're welcome back anytime in the duck call room as far as I'm concerned. That was a lot of fun.
Well,
and we
thank y'all.
appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you for the invite so
Yeah.
much.
We'll have to come
Thanks
back.
for responding to the email.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Martin just said, come duck hunting.
Yes.
I'm going to give you advice. This is the best advice I can give because I am good at one thing, and it's cherry picking who to go duck hunting with. Go with Martin.